Canon Radio. This is episode 3 royals in the palace. And indeed, you have 3 royals in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, don't lift your crowns.
Queen. King. Go ahead, King.
I don't know if we do that.
I don't know.
I
I've
don't
never
know.
seen us do that.
Yeah, definitely the way. Yeah, I am so excited to have my kids here. Okay,
Yeah.
we have Mr. and Miss Freshman here, but they are not that today. They are just Shekinah Burden and Kelsey Little the second. And y'all can go ahead and introduce yourselves, of course.
All right, go ahead. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, greetings and a humble salutations. I am Shekinah Burden, hailing from the sweet home of Alabama, and I am here today on Canon Radio. Make sure you guys tune in. I love you guys so much, so dearly, and make sure you guys vote for Canon Radio.
Okay, Shekinah, now do your real raw introduction.
Right, because that was so shady.
She came in with that extra introduction like her.
Hello, everyone. I am Shekinah Burden. I am Coretta's little sister, daughter, whatever you want to call it. I be here all the time, every day, so I'm probably her headache. And yeah, that's me, Shekinah.
Yeah. Okay, we got a bishop on the line. Yeah.
Well, my introduction is not as extra as Shekinah. I am just Kelsey, Coretta's son, and I take pride in being Coretta's child.
Yes, my child.
But yes, and of course, if I was there right now in Atlanta, I would be right there with Coretta. However, so that's okay. But I'm here on Canon Radio, and
That's it.
I have that privilege. So
Yeah, period. Big Kelsey, big Shekinah. So we could tap right into it. So I really wanted y'all to come meet Kelsey and Shekinah because behind the crown, these two really held it down for me this year. Like, I think if I didn't have these two on the court with me, I wouldn't be the Miss Junior that I was. I wouldn't even be the Coretta that I am today. First and foremost, I love y'all so much. They are a headache. It took us, a little while to record. They each was on their own pace, have a timing, but I won't even tap into that. But I'm just really happy that we're here, happy that we could just showcase and let everybody know that we are people, although we had the positions, we are just people, and we are lit, and we are a family at the end of the day. 3 royals in the palace. Period. So we could tap into how we met or first impressions. Which one first?
Let's do first impressions and then we can go how we met.
All right.
no, we got to do how we met.
No, it was the first impression.
Because
You seen it on Instagram.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, first impressions?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my first impressions of Shekinah and Kelsey together is
Right.
I was like, child, they are pre-campaigning to the T. I'm like, yo, I seen them go live together. I'm like, this is so evident. They did live. Kelsey did a whole photo shoot just to be CU24. Shekinah was really active in the chats. I'm like, they are pre-campaigning to the T, but they are so cute. Like, they're doing it as a couple. Like, this is a smart move. I was like, these kids are so smart. I posted them on my Finsta and everything. I'm just like, look, they're just so smart. And I just knew you two were going to be Mr. and Miss Freshman before it because y'all put in the work before it. And a lot of people can't do that. So big ups to y'all. Yeah.
I was a little nervous. I thought this was like something else. Yeah.
What was your first impression, Shekinah?
Okay, so my first impression of Coretta, I was on Instagram looking at the royal court, of course, doing my research. I'm always doing my research. So I was looking at Coretta's page, and she had like 8,000 followers. And so I'm like, oh, she's like the famous one. I'm thinking, and then like, y'all, she on her page. I don't know if I can move that much, but all I see is this video. Oh, wait.
Hold on. Okay, do it now.
She like,
With the ponytail?
Yeah, she just moving her head like this. They probably gonna put a clip up somewhere of her doing her thing. But she just doing her thing. I'm like, oh yeah, she is not gonna like me. This girl, she probably like real high class, bougie, like don't touch her. Like she's the celebrity already. So I was like, okay, so she big time, big money. And that was like my first impression of Coretta, but of course, it changed. But yeah.
And what about Kelsey?
Okay, so I'm doing Kelsey too. So my first impression of Kelsey, I thought he had dreads because on his group me photo, he had this black thing on his head or something. Then he had a nose piercing. So I'm like, okay, so he has dreads in his head. Come to find out, we was in a group chat, he does not have dreads. And I was like, okay, so he doesn't have dreads. But when I first met Kelsey, like, he was so bougie. Like, he was like, and then like when we were like texting the group chats, he'll pop in every once in a while. He wasn't active. He would just pop in and be like, hey y'all, good morning. And then he'll say something slick to somebody and then leave.
Oh my
like he always say something slick. And then
always.
And then like I remember like in the group me, we was talking to the upperclassmen who always be so eager to help, and then they stop after campaign season, but we're not gonna talk about that. But they be so eager to help, and so I remember Kelsey the LB, and he was like, Miss Freshman question mark. Ooh. And then I was like, Mr. Freshman question mark, and then we just bonded afterwards.
That is so cute. That's so cute. And here y'all are now. God really works, and I love that for y'all. Go ahead, Kelsey.
Well, just like Shekinah said, looking at Coretta from the outside looking in, I really thought that she was like big timey, such a celebrity. Then the fact that she was from New York too made it even worse. I'm like, oh, this girl is not gonna pay me any attention at all. Side note though, I guess this kind of go into the first time we meeting you. But it kind of goes with my first impression because I just thought so highly. We all thought so highly of Coretta. Like, she is just that it girl that everybody needs to know. So fast forward to Royal Week once we actually go on the court. Let me tell y'all something. Coretta had FaceTime me for the first time that week. And let me tell you, when I got off that call, y'all, I thought I was just the it person on the court. I'm like, Coretta FaceTime me. I can talk to her on the phone one-on-one. I am it. Then her energy when she got to the hotel, I was like, I am in there. I am friends with Coretta Jade.
I don't remember that FaceTime call, Kelsey. I FaceTimed you. What was
that? Because remember we had FaceTime because you were waiting on the Queens because Amaya Tyre had just got like flat.
Yes.
And you had called me because I was the only one at the hotel, and girl,
right.
I was it.
Yes.
Because I think we were at Brarson's house at the time.
And I was just waiting, and she took so long, and I just decided to FaceTime them. And I FaceTime Shekinah too, mind you. We never even had our first conversation.
That was going to how we first met. But
So how we first met, so I met Shekinah because we all met.
He didn't do your first impression.
Oh,
yeah, I didn't.
Her Shekinah. Sorry, go ahead.
Side note, Shekinah, side note. Okay, so my first impression of Shekinah from her group me picture was like, oh, she's like, I thought she was gonna be like one of those bad girl type girls, and I just assumed that was from a picture. I thought she was gonna be one of them bad girl type girls. Then the more and more I got to know her, of course that changed. But from her picture, I just thought Shekinah was going to be one of those bad girls. But she's not. She's such a sweet girl. But that was my first impression of Shekinah.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all real quick though. How I first met Coretta is exactly how I first met how Kelsey first met Coretta.
Oh wow.
So All I remember is that so I'm just not getting here. Like Miss Allen took me up from Alabama and stuff like that. So I mean from Columbus. So I come and I'm in the car. I'm just with Amaya and Shania. So we just running errands because it's the same week as Miss HBCU week. So we just running errands for Amaya and stuff like that. So all I know is I get a call from Coretta. No, they like call Coretta. I'm like, I ain't never talked to this girl ever. I didn't even talk to her in the little group chat. I'm like, I ain't told this girl. Okay, so I call Coretta. And then, no, she calls me. She's like, where y'all at? And I'm like, we on the way, Maya and Shania, we trying to get this together or something. And she's like, well, they were supposed to be here a couple hours ago, and I'm still here, so I don't know what's going on. And then she's like, all right,
already.
Okay. And hangs up the phone. And I'm like, okay. So then we pull up to the apartment. And so she comes out with her joggers on, her sunglasses on, and with her long hair, with her nails, with a Popeyes bag, y'all. With a Popeyes bag. And she comes out looking like the baddest girl in the room. Like, she puts some stuff in, just, and then opens the door, and she's like, what's up, y'all? And then later on, she got like, you want a piece of chicken? I'm like, I don't want no piece of chicken. I'm okay. And then the body's like, yeah, I want a piece of chicken. And so she just passed out chicken, and then I'm like, that was my first question, a Popeyes bag.
So the backstory to that is I was waiting on Shekinah and the rest of the queens to get to me all day. And so although I didn't even know Shekinah, I knew I was on the court with her. I knew she was my Miss Freshman. So I'm like, let me just FaceTime you. Where y'all at? They and the students. And so I'm like, okay. They finally get there. So I am mad. I'm just trying to hide that I'm mad or whatever. But Shekinah is like how she knew. So I get in, I put myself in, I'm just like, what up? And that's it. Like, what up?
Nasty.
Good. With the Popeyes.
Big New York energy. Like, what up? And then later on, we did our little boomerang. And I was like, this is fresh.
And then, like, I was going to go into the gas station because somebody popped her tire. So I was going to go to the gas. She's like, you're not going in there by yourself. So she goes in the gas station with me. And then, like, we take a boomerang. It's still in my Miss Freshman highlight. So that was it after that.
Love after that.
That is crazy.
Kelsey, first, how did we meet in person?
We first met over there by the president's lot.
Yes.
The day that I flew in. Because we all, like, the whole court somehow pulled up. Well, those of us that were there had, like, pulled up. And we were just standing around the circle. Then we went to go eat after that, too.
Right.
Oh, and then we got, oh, my God, I had, like, a whole day with you before I had to, like, tell you to stop. Right, because then we rode in Streeter's car together because we had to go to
right. Yeah, we had a lot of bonding moments. So basically, when I first met Kelsey, I'm just like, you know, he gave off bougie, he gave off rich, and which he is, y'all. My friend is so rich. I'm so happy. He is, y'all. I can't wait for my birthday.
Everybody wanted him for Secret Santa.
Yes.
Everybody.
I wanted Kelsey for Secret Santa. I literally inboxed Kelsey. I'm just like, you know, I want a Teflon, you know, that's what I want, just in case you get me. But no, I wasn't scared, but I was hesitant to meet Kelsey. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm going to like him. You know, he gives off bougie, rich, stuck up vibe. But I'm just like, you know what? Scratch all that's on the surface that I can see through a picture. Let me actually meet him. Let him meet my personality. And he just fell in love. We both fell in love with each other. And that is my child. Now, yes, he is the Jonathan to my Kim. So I met Kelsey in the parking lot in person first time, and I'm just like, Kelsey didn't even want to get out the car. Yes, y'all, at all. You know,
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, he didn't want to get out the car, but when he did get out the car, like, it was just all love. It was just good vibes. You know, I recorded him when we was in the hotel. I'm just like, come on, Kelsey, we gotta do a video together, and that's really how we all met. And then, how did we all create the palace? How did that happen? I put y'all in the group chat. I think I did.
I think you did because something was going on in like the Rover group chat, and then we didn't want to talk about it in the Rover group chat, so then we switched over and and it was just like making us all mad.
Yeah, and then we just bonded. Yo, we used to have like FaceTime calls when I was back home. So we weren't even in Atlanta at the time. Like this is us, being hit virtually, having to reign virtual. So we were all just kings and queens through the phone. Through the phone. Through the phone.
Let me through the phone.
Okay. Shekinah's a singer. Big singer.
Always got a song in her heart.
And a quote. Let me tell you what my grandma said. So my grandma said, I'm just glad.
Okay, what is y'all favorite memory together, all three of us? Or a favorite time, our favorite thing to laugh about?
Well, all three of us or just individually? I'm going to give both, but I'm going to let Kelsey go first.
Girl, I'm still thinking.
Okay, I'm going to go. Okay, so I'm going to do both. So individually, I want to say my best memory with Coretta was just the whole Royal Week because it was like I always was cling to Coretta. So like I was always going to her room or like it was always you record me, you record this, you take this picture, you take and then like I remember the first night when we went to dinner, she basically was like, let me take your picture. I want to take your picture. You look too good and I take a picture. And then it was like when we was in the truck trying to figure out what each other was gonna wear that night. We was like, I'm gonna wear this because I got this. Well, I'm gonna wear this because you got this, and it was like stuff like that. So I want to say the whole Royal Week, like that's basically my favorite memory because I guess it's always that first love. That I love first loves, like that first time where you like, yeah, I love this person, like this is my girl. So it was like that was my favorite that whole Royal Week. And then let me also add with Coretta J. With Coretta J, if you is next to her and she's taking a video, you gonna be in the video and you gonna be in the picture. You're not gonna be out. Like it's so many times during Royal Week where she is on my phone taking pictures of herself, then going around taking pictures of others. Like the pictures I got with the court has Coretta J doing the picture. Like it's always Coretta doing the pictures, and I think it was also. I want to say with all three of us, I want to say our best memory with all three of us, it's going to have to be virtual because we done had so many FaceTime calls. And I want to say the FaceTime calls really made us come together and join, as like one. Like Royal Week was a great week. Like I'm so thankful Maya and Darius did that. But the FaceTime calls and the virtual, like connecting and text messages and sending stuff to the chat, I think that was my great memory because you can put all of that into just one big memory and just make it like that. So that was my favorite.
Right. That was good, kind of.
That was really good.
Period, doll baby.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
My favorite memory, just because I like my favorite memories are always like situations that were not funny in the moment. So my favorite memory is my first day when I moved on campus. I think it was like February 23rd or something like that. And we first we went to Jules' house and then we found our way downstairs at Derek's house. And I don't know why that is my favorite memory because one, it was just a lot going on that only our friend group would know.
Yes.
And then Shekinah is just the thing about Shekinah is like the person that if you don't let her know, like Shekinah don't say that or Shekinah don't do that, Shekinah
she will say it. And yes. How many of y'all got friends like that? You gotta tell them. Don't say this. Say this. You have to tell Shekinah. If you do not tell Shekinah what not to and what to say, she's going to say something that you do not want her to say. Mess up the moment, baby girl. That definitely was a favorite moment. No, that definitely was a favorite moment.
And then I fell asleep and I was ready to go. And
yes. Definitely was a favorite moment.
So nice.
Yeah. No, y'all definitely said some good moments. Wow. I didn't really got a favorite. That definitely was a favorite. No, my favorite was in the car when we went to the kickback during Royal Week. And remember in the car when we was on our way to Cookout? Even before that, like we were all three just in the back bonded to Throw Baby.
Yeah.
And we were just in the back, like just
I want to say it, but
wait, no, sorry, I lied. My favorite memory is walking into the kickback with you two. And let me tell you why it's mine. Because I was holding Shekinah's hand while walking into the kickback. I'm walking in first. You have all these upperclassmen around. And it's just like, these are my babies at the end of the day. Like everybody who walked up to them, everybody who said hi, made eye contact with me before they actually spoke. So I definitely made sure like they was okay, because just imagine two freshmen, Mr. and Miss Freshman, by the way, too. You on a Royal Court walking into this upperclassman thing. Y'all don't really know these people. It's like a fish in the sea, like sharks. And you guys are little fishes. So hold on to that. And just a reminder, just a reminder that I am somebody older, someone for you two to look up to. So I have to lead by example at all times, really. So leading y'all into the kickback. And then we had so much fun, we recording or whatever. It was just good vibes. So anything that creates good vibes, like this is really like a shady, Kelsey brings the shade. Shekinah brings the innocence that causes the shade. And then I'm just there, I'm just the laughing stock, like the mediator, like, all right, y'all. Please, Kelsey, be nice. Please, Shekinah, don't say that. So, yeah, definitely.
That's so nice. No, and I do want to add that Royal Week was something that we all kind of needed, because it was so much happening at one time with the whole court, not even just us three. It was like the whole court. Like, we was over virtual schooling at that point. And then I know my auntie, she passed away. And then it was like a lot of like mental.
More deaths.
Yeah, more deaths happened. Mental was kind of just and so it was like Royal Week was something that we didn't know we needed until we got it.
Yes.
And just being around, like the Royal Cup was the first people I ever met in person that went to Clark. So it was like, this is how Clark is. These people are what Clark is about. And so I think that's what made my love for Clark even grow. And then also like Royal Week, it didn't just bring a foundation, but it also brought like how you have a heart and that pointy end at the heart. So that pointy end at the heart, that's what it brought. And then throughout the whole Royal Court experience, it just filled up the heart. So
yes.
Wow, such a great analogy.
Yes, that was good, kind of.
Thanks. I'm the girl with the metaphors.
Let me girl. But no, I thank God, I thank CAU every day for bringing us together. Y'all had the guts to run. We all did. We all ran virtually, held it down, events, programs, still present in our classes, and even coming in here on campus next semester. People still walked around. It was so cute. So like, it was like, oh my God, seeing people react to Kelsey on the promenade. Ain't you Mr. Freshman? Or Shekinah, like, hey y'all, yes.
They love Shekinah.
Oh my God. They love Kelsey.
They love Shekinah.
Now, if you walk around with Shekinah on campus, y'all are going to stop and talk to her.
Lord Jesus.
You're going to feel like the celebrity. She's definitely a celebrity.
That's how I feel with Coretta, though. Bro, we was in the cafeteria. It's getting ready to close. They talking about you Coretta, you with Coretta, y'all can stay. We literally stayed a whole hour after they closed. Like, what?
Yeah. See that, when you walk in with royalty, you get royal treatment. But no, besides the positions behind the crown, like we all are just, three phenomenal people who are chill. Like you could put us anywhere, Kelsey is a whole bishop, so you could definitely take us to church. Okay, I'll stop saying that. He's shy, but you can take us to church. Kinda is a singer. You know, she got her doll baby line coming soon. She's on YouTube, like finding out all these things. Doll babies, you know, finding.
TikTok. She TikTok
She's
Oh my
famous.
TikTok
gosh.
famous.
I don't even use TikTok no more. So
Bye. Shekinah is TikTok famous.
That was the era.
She got doll baby clothing line coming out. Kelsey's a bishop. He has his own nonprofit, Champion Connections.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, I know my children's stuff. And you know, like, we are just dope people behind the crown. So I'm just so happy that we were able to display it right here. Like, you know, y'all got to know us. Like, we really are a family. True vibes. And we can't wait to see y'all all next semester too. And even in person. I can't wait to be reunited with Kelsey. Kelsey, we coming soon, baby. We coming to Virginia soon.
Yeah.
Reunited and it feels so
Look, me, the hype man.
Kelsey. We are family. Yeah. Come on, everybody, say yeah. All right.
But yeah. Okay. Any lasting thoughts? Lasting words?
Just so you know, I still remember, Kelsey, of you asking me the logo for Champions Connection, and I gave you the logo. So, if you ever remember me in the future when it get big, like my queen actually said to choose this logo right here. So, yeah.
Oh my God.
Kelsey, remember that when you rich and famous. Well, you're already rich, but remember us.
Famous.
But no,
Politician.
we locked in for life. This is a for everything.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
I would want to say, y'all, with Coretta is definitely, for me, it was a sense of motivation. Like when I felt like I didn't have nobody else, like who I could go to and talk to besides Kelsey. But with Kelsey, you don't know if you're gonna pick up the phone or not.
Yeah, you don't know if Kelsey gonna answer.
So it was like when I finally had that connection, that bond with Coretta, it was like we was talking like almost every day. She would be on her like Apple Watch. I'm at work, I'll call you back when I get home.
Yeah.
And then like hang up working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
On the phone with her going to work to McDonald's. So it was like she would make time for you even though, you know, she was busy.
Mm-hmm.
And like
and
her
it ain't
time
gonna stop.
Right.
And it ain't gonna stop.
Period. But like, yeah, like I just remember the conversations in her pink room. Like those just always stuck with me because you don't realize how much of an impact your words are until somebody tells you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like me telling, but it's also me saying like Coretta's words are more than just for the present, but also something that you can carry for the future. Like, you know, she'll always ask people like, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? What do you think? And she'll already know. And I tell her this all the time. You already know what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. You just like to get the what's it called? Assurance.
The affirmation. Yeah.
To do it. And it's like, that is represented on what you give out as well. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes, like I would be like, okay, should I do this? You'd be like, yeah, girl, you can do it, girl. You Shekinah, you Miss Freshman, you can do anything.
All things.
Like
all things through Christ who strengthens you.
Right,
for real.
and then let her since you having a bad day, she gonna send you a whole thing of playlists of songs, sermons, motivational stuff, and she quick to send gospel songs to your phone.
So quick.
So it's like, you know, you just always feel like you have just that, like that box. You know, sometimes when your feet hurt and your legs hurt, you just don't feel like standing or walking no more. Coretta is that box where you can just sit there. It might not be a sturdy box, but it's a box that's gonna help you get
it's
there.
Something.
Right. And it's that box that you need to refill and go back and do it again. Yes. So that's why I'm like so thankful to even have Coretta and to say that I have a Coretta in my life, because not many people can say they have Coretta in their life.
So. No, they cannot.
There you go, Kelsey.
That was so good.
Yes.
I like how in sync we are, or at least how in sync y'all are with me. Because like kind of like how Shekinah was talking about like one incident where I was going through during election week. Not basically because of like the campaign and things of that nature, but just because of everything that I had going on in town with like trying to plan something for my nonprofit on top of trying to stay on top of grades and then election week. And I had called Coretta one morning. I had FaceTime her actually, and I didn't say anything on the phone. But the fact that she was so in sync that I needed her in that moment, and that
Yes.
girl came rushing down to my room, and I just broke down. And the thing, oh my God, this would let me know that Coretta was truly like a sign to my life. Usually your friends will be like, they'll come like if you're hurt or you're crying or something like that, they'll like be like, well, what's wrong? Let's talk about it. Coretta not asking me that. Coretta just went into immediate prayer, and that just really stuck with me because I was like, that's like a really true friend. And then like Shekinah, like yesterday, I text them, and Shekinah like she'll send like quotes. Like yesterday she sent a quote that like spoke to exactly what I was going through, and then she sent like a TikTok. Well, it was like a sermon, but it was like a short little clip, but it went with what I was going through at the time. So it shows that they're like in sync, like our relationship is in sync with each other. So I really appreciate that part of
Yes.
our little
Kelsey,
tweet.
we coming to
Yeah,
the
we
genius.
coming. I'm a crybaby. I'm already crying, but because I'm just thinking about all the times y'all held it down for me too. As y'all know, with the preliminary thing, these two really have my back. Period.
Wait a minute. Let me just say, I didn't find out till like 2 weeks afterwards.
So
Ain't no
No,
tell
for
me.
real.
And I'm sitting up here having a whole dream about her, going across the stage and her having a big old crown on her head. Like I'm having a really I'm waking up the next morning like, oh, I got a text from this. She got this in the bag. Next thing I know, I get a text from I don't know if you didn't know. I'm like, why? And then I'm like, when did you find out?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
So, and I'm gonna have a preliminary episode moving on into the season, so stay tuned. But okay, so being that these are my kids, they look up to me. It was a different approach. Kelsey was on campus, so he knew sooner than Shekinah. He knew the next day, but he knew. Yeah, I told Kelsey first, honestly, because Shekinah, I just knew the type of person Shekinah is, and I wasn't ready to tell her because I didn't think she would be ready for it. Kelsey immediately thought it was a joke. He's like, "Are you joking? Please get out of my text messages." It's like, wow. But Shekinah, I didn't want to tell her because I didn't want to break her heart because I know how much Shekinah looks up to me. I just know. But them being there for me, even, it's leading up still to this day, Shekinah, Shekinah and Kelsey, we're still talking about it and coming up with, just always talking about it. Can't spill too much tea, but just know these are some ride or dies right behind me, period. And it's war about them. They got war over me. And yeah, so just think about that. It's just really all love, baby.
All love, baby.
Yeah.
My baby. Yeah, Coretta called me yesterday talking about something to get her. No, she was talking about get her a plate from the cab. I'm going to the cab. She answers in a whole other different tone. She's like, "Hey, baby, can you make sure you get me this and that?" They love to mock me, bro. Whenever my accent come out, they love to mock it right there off the bat. And it's just like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm from New York. Shekinah Trumps, Alabama, and then you got the Hampton Roads
of Virginia.
Like, okay. 3 different categories, but God places together for a reason. 3 royals in the palace, always.
That is amazing.
I love y'all.
I
love y'all.
Yeah. Kelsey, we love you.
I love y'all.
We gonna see you soon, Bishop.
Definitely.
You better believe in that.
Huh?
You believe that?
Yeah.
Okay, period. Yeah. Okay, y'all. So this is episode 3. 3 royals in the palace. Make sure y'all come back for the culture. We're keeping it in the HBCU. So tune in. We out.
Cannon Radio.